Okay, so today we're going to follow on from the last video, which was we had an air leak. I've done a temporary repair on it just to see if it stopped the smoke for now. So what I'm going to do is I have just bought a Evo 9 Turbo, which is over here. So we've got Evo 9 80 series to go on. So we're going to fit that on. Then we're going to do another smoke test, check for leaks again, and we're also going to bypass, rather than replacing, we're going to bypass the SAS valve. So I'm not sure I've got all the bits to do that today, but we'll see how we get on. Let's crack on.
Drinking coffee. Works hard, this one.
Happy now?
Oh, is it empty now?
It's empty now.
Okay, so we're going to start.
I've had my coffee. Unless you want to go make me a coffee.
You can fuck coffee.
It's not very nice, is it? So you've got to take this off anyway. So I might as well just bypass it. So
Fair enough. At least it is something you can bypass.
So we just need to find some bones, same feathers that to be able to block it off.
Can you not just put them back in?
No, 'cause it's got holes in there.
Oh.
I don't want to do that. I can't use these wasps. I haven't got any new ones at the moment. It's down on the floor.
I was going to say, you knew you were going to lose that one.
Okay, so I'm going to have to get all the intake pipe, turbo hose, and everything up. Interesting. Half the plug fell apart.
What do you mean half the plug fell apart?
Oh.
Oh.
It's meant to be in there.
At least it was a simple fix. Could have been worse. I'm always correct. Why would the battery cause any issues?
Because we're right next to the starter is alive. Look how close we are to alive there.
Yeah.
Not taking any chances.
You don't want any sparks to fly.
What's that?
I don't know.
Sounded like sparks flying. It wasn't.
No, it was more like a plastic crack.
I don't want that.
I was going to say, don't drop things.
That looks like it's been replaced, but there's a forged one in the glove box. And I don't know whether the forged one's any good.
Can we test it?
I might just try it.
Do you want me to grab it?
No, not today.
All right. We will do that in another video, shall we?
Problem is, I'd like the dump valve to be a little bit louder, but those ones are really good apparently. The other fault we've got is down here. We've got a little bit of an air leak coming out of there. I mean, it's only very slight, but that's your boost control valve. I don't know if that means we need to replace it or not. So if anyone knows, that'd be great.
Same with the dump valve. Any feedback would be great.
We're just going to mark, don't want to mix these two pipes up because trying to get back down to them afterwards is quite hard. I'm just going to put a little paint mark on. So once we've done the turbo, we need to have a look at this control module here, because the cooling fan's constantly running. So it's either this control module or a temperature sensor on the thermostat housing, which is here. But the only one I can see is that one, and that's not. You need. I would have thought it'd be a 2-prong. So it must be another 2-prong. There you go, down the back. Right down the back there. So we just need to either bypass that or make it open circuit and see if the fan constantly runs.
Okay.
Failing that, I need to look in the shed and see if we've got one of these. Because there's a good chance.
To be fair, it looks very familiar. I think it's been a fault on a previous Eva.
The problem is the ones in the shed. I can't remember if they're any good either. So, need to just test them.
See, with the benefit of hindsight, you should have marked them and tested them before you put them in.
Which?
Any of the parts in the garage.
Well, they all worked when I put them in there.
Well, then theoretically they should work still now.
Do you know how many years they've been in there?
Unfortunately, yes, I do.
So we used to break Evos about
3-4 years ago?
No, about 6 years ago we used to break Evos.
Was it that long ago?
Yeah, I've probably done that for about 4 years. So I've still got lots of spare parts in the shed. Bits that I haven't sold and things like that. I'm a bit of a hoarder, I don't like parting stuff.
Even the damaged wing off the red Evo that you crashed.
Yeah.
So feel free, I'll put the link for that video in this video so that if you want to watch that, feel free. It's quite amusing. Yeah. And yes, it was my Evo that he crashed.
So it looks like bypass this. I'd say I haven't done bypassed one of these for quite a long time. So we've got that pipe which we disconnected before, which we can blank off. Blank these two off, which what I'll do is I'll follow them back and blank them off back here, rather than having this for absolutely no reason. And then you can just put two like sump bungs into these, depending on what threads they are. So we just need to try and track down the right thread, and we'll block them off. Then that should mean that this valve's all gone.
Excellent.
They seem to be anywhere between 80 and 180 pounds to replace that. And by speaking to a few people, they've gone, just get rid of it. You don't actually need it. I think an old 6 I had was bypassed, and that was absolutely fine. So I'm thinking,
try it with an 8 instead.
Yeah, I don't think the last 8 we had was bypassed. I think that was.
I don't remember it being.
The last 8 was a 2-litre long rod. Built all the engine on that and everything. Had that about 3 years. And then we sold it to buy the little mini turbo. Again,
we can post a link for the mini in this video as well.
Yeah, so we'll just put a little link to the mini. The mini's been more of a little track car. Occasional little run to school and things like that. But basically it's just for track.
It's just a toy, you mean? Big boys' toys, that's what we call these.
But the plan with this Evo is basically try and get it as tidy as we can. And I don't really want to sell this one. I'm going to try and keep hold of it.
Yeah. Sadly, the collection keeps growing of things that you don't want to part with. Or that I don't want to part with either. It's not just you.
Yeah, and then I think... I don't like all this. Look at this. Someone's put an earth cable on there. I don't understand why they've done that. What's wrong with all the factory ones?
Is that something to do with
No,
sub?
look.
Isn't
No,
that
no.
sub wire?
All they've done is
Oh,
that they've
I've
ran.
pulled it out.
That wasn't the tag.
Oh, good.
So all they've done is they've ran an extra earth here. So that says to me they've been having earthing faults with the car. If I'm doing an earth, I'll do it in black. Doing the right mind does it in red. Unless that's all they have. But either way, we can't get this pipe out in some way. So I might have a look, see if I've got one to replace it today. Just trying to work out. If you look here, these ones went. These go down to that goes down to the dump valve, and I'm wondering whether, rather than having all this, whether we can tidy it up and just run a nice silicone hose to the dump valve and do away with some of this because it just looks a mess. So, anyone's got any ideas what else I can remove, tidy it up a bit? That out. But for now, I'll just concentrate on the turbo.
We're not going to be going crazy with this. This is just, we're sort of looking for, was it about 400 brake?
I don't want to go any more than 400 because the stock internals are normally pretty close to about 380. Oh.
Design fault. You make it stupidly low, it doesn't fit. That was a good noise.
So we just got to take this turbo hose. I don't know if you've seen the last video we took for a little run out towards Southport Way, and unfortunately the turbo hose up here blew off.
That's not in that. No, that's not in the previous video. That's to go in this video. So I'll insert that about now.
Yeah, so basically that's it. So, do we get to that garage, see if we can borrow a 7mm and a little ratchet and put it back on? It would probably be better to.
8mm.
Scratch that, 8mm. The other ones are 7.
That's close enough.
Get on better when the bumpers are.
Yeah, but we haven't got that luxury now because we've got to get home. So that little turbo hose just in there is the one that's blew off. This guy's very kindly lent us some parts.
Yeah, so basically that turbo hose blew off as we were going down some country lanes with a Ferrari behind us, and I thought, oh, I'll give it a little bit of boost. And next thing is I had no power. So we found a local garage. We put the turbo hose back on. It's not 100%. You can just see up there, it's not on 100%. Right. Just work out what I'm doing. So that needs dropping. That needs dropping. That will then give me the room. So yeah, it's back on.
Oh, no.
cheating. Ah, right. Do you want to do it? A chair? You lazy.
Management position. I'll sit supervise.
You don't think much else. Oh, Jesus. Oh, that's one.
Can I suggest we move the tub of cooling?
Yeah, why not?
You go fishing.
Right, that's that all done. You just need to pop this pipe off, undo the return, and that should come off then. Oh, I know what I need to do. We need to drain the oil. It doesn't go everywhere.
I think it was worth mentioning you had a name, wasn't it?
Really? Oh, there's that washer I put nice and safe. That's going to result with something else as well.
Probably.
Sure, something else.
Let's see how well you can catch the oil.
It's not a smell of fuel, considering it's only done 300 miles, 400 miles on this oil. So I'm guessing the map on it's not the best. But that's okay, because we're going to get it mapped soon. I do need to order some more oil cooler pipes though. They are not looking very good. We also need to look at the rear suspension because it made a nice deep coil spring snapping sound yesterday. Yes. I've got a feeling it's going to have a new set of coilovers after what we found today. I thought the Land Rover was meant to be the money pit.
I think any car's cost us a money pit, isn't it?
Right. Some of them have a bracket behind the turbo there, holding it on. Does this one have one? No. So there's a bracket on the bottom of the turbo. So there's one bolt there and one bolt there. So I just need to work out the best way. Or just undo that one bolt there and the whole lot comes off. That sounds easy.
That does sound easy.
I'll do that.
Why didn't you do that in the first place?
That one. That doesn't feel good.
Oh dear.
That didn't go very well. Right,
Well,
see if the turbo comes on.
I was going to say you go try and get it out.
Yeah. Tell you what, I want to look at that rear suspension. Yeah, Phil? It's all still intact. I'll check the other one just in case. Nah, it's fine. I don't even know what make these are. I still don't know what make these are. Rusty. That's what make they are. It'll drop there. Oh.
That's normally where I come in handy with small fingers.
Where'd it go?
Find it. Okay.
It's down there. Now we want to make sure nothing goes in that turbo pipe because we haven't planked it off.
Oh.
It didn't go in it. That's why I'm keeping an eye on all the washers.
We did find out with this car was we went to use Car Vertical to do a history check on it, and just to let you all know that the chassis number is too short, so unfortunately Car Vertical doesn't work. Bit of a shame, wasn't it?
Luckily we done another type of HBI on it before we bought it to make sure.
Yeah, we just used the standard one.
Right, lambda sensor disconnected.
Uh-oh. Green handle crowbar to the rescue.
Can I be gentle?
I could say you're being very careful.
I don't want to break anything.
Not normally how that gets used.
Freaking turbo return pipe.
Take that off, you'll probably get the green. Oh, you're brave.
What's the worst that can happen? Oh, okay. The more I look at this one though, the more I go, oh, I upgraded that on my last one.
That's what I mean. So much could be done.
Well, it's like the radiator and stuff like that. No, not spending any more money on it.
Did you hear that? We got that on video, but he's not.
Got it?
No.
You're doing a very good job there.
It's
Cold.
Nope. I'm glad I moved my arm above course.
Right. There we go. So, if you look in here, there's a reasonable gap on them fins.
Yep.
We'll compare that to the new one in a minute. What turbo's on it? So this is a, hold on. Someone covered it in oil. It's a 9.8 TD05 9.8. So yeah, it's nothing fancy. I was hoping it didn't have an AT series on it already.
At least we confirmed it done.
Okay, so we just wanted to confirm this, didn't we? Have a look at the fins on this one. So if you're looking here, you can see how much closer they are. So hopefully that'll be okay. There's a little bit of play because it hasn't got any oil in it. But other than that, it feels okay.
What's the curve on this one?
This is a 10.5 and this is the 80 series. So I'm pretty sure that means that that bit's bigger. Cleaning up the new gasket. So we've got a new manifold gasket. So we're just cleaning up all the corrosion and mess off this so that it seals properly. But if you look there, look how much corrosion's on there. Oh yes, let's go.
Can I just ask why is there not a bolt in that one?
Because it came out. You mean a stud?
Okay, good.
Right. Time for turbo.
Did you do any prep work to turbo before you fit it?
Just make sure that bolt wasn't snapped in this one. I've done all the prep work, so I fitted the covers off that one. And removed the pipes that were on here. So yeah, she's good to go. I suppose I should clean this as well. I haven't cleaned it.
You've done all the prep work.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
you said.
yeah.
Really looks
I've done it all.
lovely and clean.
Yeah, exactly. You should have been doing this one.
Oh, right. Okay. Sorry. That must be rough.
So this one has not got the oil return pipe on it. So we need to sort that out.
So another thing that you said you'd prepped and actually have prepped.
Just the knob.
Yeah, but this is why I'm here, because I'm pointing out all of the bits that you need to do that you forget that you need to do. So, before we get to the third one, is there anything else that needs to be swapped on the old turbo to the new turbo? Okay, I'll take that as you're just going through the
Now the bracket that's had the other turbo on it's a different height, so I need to remove the turbo, slacken the bracket.
Tell you what, leave the turbo, put it up in the air, and do it from underneath. It's my suggestion.
Just needs slackening so we can get it in properly.
That's what I mean. Well, if it didn't fall out there, it's not going to fall out. right up there. Oh, you can't see, can't hear for one shelf.
Oh.
That's a lot of weight.
Excellent. That's all.
That one.
I've done that one. Yeah, that's all it is. Okay, so there's only one on that, so that's fine. Right. That's all on. Can't do any more down here. Go back on, put it back together.
So we're back up top.
Better
We're going
fit.
to try this for the third time.
It's much better about that bracket in a way.
Almost as if you've done this before.
No, never. Found all the bolts you dropped this one.
I didn't drop them, you're the one that sent me flying.
So it looks like that pipe's different.
Which one? This one?
Yeah.
That's the coolant.
So that one goes to there, that's fine. But that one is far too long. So I'll just cut it. Quite a bit bigger, this turbo.
Yeah, to be fair, there is quite a bit of difference. There you got that one. Look at the other one. It looks tiny. You need to clean that up as well.
Why do I need to clean that over?
Because it's all corroded.
And where's it going? Well,
I don't know. Where's it going?
that is for the EGR slash SAS valve.
So the thing that we're taking off.
Exactly. So the only thing we need to do is we need to find some bungs to block these off.
Didn't you find them earlier?
I found one.
You found one.
But I've got some boxes of old Evo stuff. I've got a feeling there might be something in there. You mean when you drop them?
No.
There's another ratchet somewhere. I don't know where. But anyway, that's what I'll do for now.
What?
Just looking for the bigger ratchet.
Okay.
So we need to order a fuel pump and a set of cams.
That counts.
Yeah.
But hang on, you said you didn't know what's going on.
I know.
You change around.
Okay, so that's all them bolts tight. We'll do the other ones underneath in a minute. But until then, I'm just going to get some of these connected up.
You lost it again.
You stop hiding all the tools.
They'll probably keep putting stuff down like that.
Oh. It's alright, it's on the floor now.
At least it can't get lost there.
Be so careful with that one because it's got a hole in the middle. So we just need to get the coolant pipes on.
I haven't.
There's too much junk in the way. I'll put them all up here, the big bits. I'll be alright then. Right, so now we've got to have a look at this hose. Decide what we're going to do. What do you mean both pieces?
Outer sleeve.
Ah, I get you.
I'm going to start videoing again to record the fact that you've just cut that piece of pipe and you've cut it to a really precise measurement that's now too short.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, all right, okay. So now we've got to take it off.
No, I'd cut the other bit so I could use that.
Yeah, you cut the other bit, but this one's too short. Yes? Too short?
No comment.
He's gone very quiet here.
So yeah, that's the piece. It was that one anyway.
Yeah,
So,
the shorter one.
The longer one.
The shorter one.
I cut the shorter one off to the right length.
And then had to remove it. One.
What?
No, just taking a second guess.
See? That was perfect. So I'd use the right length.
Second time.
Okay, so feed pipes on, current hose are on. We've got grease pipes to go on, so there's no paint marks on that one. So that one goes to here. But a little split in the end, so we'll just sort that out.
Not too short. Well, you've just proven you've got 4.
Okay, so that's that one on. And then we've got this one from the boost solenoid as well, which goes to the turbo actuator. So we don't like the look of that, so we'll cut that a bit short.
Not too short.
Okay, so we just get a couple of zip ties on that. Okay, so we need to work out if we've got one of these as well. Whether it's worth trying the control module. Looks a damn sight easier to get to than the fan switch. Oh, we'll work that out in a minute. Right. Right, should we say we've got one of these control modules?
Aladdin's Cave. Welcome to Aladdin's Cave.
World of junk.
World of parts. We've got Evo 4, Evo 5, Evo 6, Evo 8 parts.
I don't know whether that's the same or not. I'm going to have a little look.
Okay, so we're back underneath and we're just going to attach the turbo oil return pipe and then put the exhaust back on and a couple of other pipes. Hopefully this will be a bit quicker than we did it last time.
I hope so, because it's now actually the right shape.
Do you remember?
So anyway, going back to that, I found a second-hand fan in the shed with a control module, which was on it. I swapped it over, fitted the control module off this one, turned the ignition on, and the fan now doesn't constantly run. So I'm hoping that means it's fixed.
That's it just there. All fitted and in place, along with a blue glove next to it. We'll come back to that. Stop throwing things round.
I like throwing things.
Noticed?
Might be able to see a little bit better now.
No, because you put the torch right smack bang in the front.
You are so fussy. Right, now we just need to put that bracket back on. And the exhaust back on, and the turbo pipe back on, and the brace back on. Right, so that's that one. We've just got the nut there that we slackened off. then the exhaust back up. Just these
Springy bolts.
springy bolts.
They look like a massive springy bolt. See? They're like a springy bolt. It's like a coil spring on it. Did somebody cut it too short?
The problem is we've got an Evo 9 turbo elbow
Yeah.
and an Evo 8 lower turbo pipe. So on the last one, it didn't fit very well.
We got any space?
So you guys might be able to help me. Any recommendations on these pipes? I'm pretty sure this was all removed on one of the last ones. A little control valve there. I'm sure that's blocked off. And then we just run a pipe to the, what was it? It goes to the air intake. So I think it's pretty much a breather, but I need to just have a look at some diagrams and double check because it needs to be right. So right, engine oil's in, turbo is fitted. We need 2 blanking plugs for here to do away with the SAS. We're gonna remove this and remove these pipes, which will be tomorrow now, and then we can just build up the air filter and intake pipe. Other than that, it's not far off ready to start, but we'll save that for tomorrow. I think that's enough for today.
So if you like what you've seen and you want to see more, simply like and subscribe to our channel to find out what else we've got in store.